MH Copes is a very exciting development both for services and the consumers that use them. I've been involved with the project since the very beginning. I've seen it develop over time, over 8 years, and it's now very encouraging to see it taking place in services. It has great potential to enhance services.
MH COPE stands for Mental Health Consumer Perceptions and Experiences of Services. The MH COPES framework is a 4-step service evaluation and quality improvement framework that allows consumers and staff to work together to improve the quality of mental health services in New South Wales. The 4 steps of the framework are data collection, data analysis, reporting and feedback, action and change. During Step 1, data collection, consumers, or people who use mental health services, fill out MH COPES questionnaires, where they answer questions about their experiences and perceptions of the service they have used. Consumers answer each question by saying whether they think that aspects of a service are strengths that need no improvement, or are areas that need some improvement or lots of improvement. In Step 2, data analysis, the questionnaires are scanned by an external agency and the answers are collated. In Step 3, reporting and feedback, reports are produced, which summarise the collated answers given by consumers in the questionnaires. 3 different reports are produced. From the report, a service identifies the top 3 strengths and top 3 areas for improvement. Services then advertise the 3 strengths and 3 areas for improvement to current consumers and staff, and also advertise how consumers and staff can be involved in the next step. In Step 4, action and change, the 3 areas for improvement are used to guide action planning and quality improvement initiatives in a service. In this step, services and consumers work together to think of ways or strategies to help improve services. The different strategies to improve services are recorded in an action plan. The strategies in the action plan are reported back to consumers and services so everyone knows what changes are going to occur. The 4 steps make up one complete evaluation cycle, which is then repeated.
The Mental Health Consumer Perceptions and Experiences of Services project, which is the MH COPES project, came about through a committee of consumers who were involved in looking at outcomes measures. And the committee determined that we didn't just need to measure outcomes in terms of illness, but we also needed a way for consumers to report their experiences of the services. So New South Wales CAG was funded to conduct the first 3 stages of MH COPES, where we did a lot of research to develop the MH COPES questionnaires and framework. And that research fundamentally involved consumers in every step to look at what they wanted to provide feedback about and how they wanted to be involved in the quality improvement of their service. There are 2 really unique features of MH COPES. The first is that it's a completely consumer-driven, consumer-led and developed process. The second is the 4th step of the framework, which is action and change, where consumers actually get to participate in implementing the quality improvement initiatives that need to take place to improve the service.
MH Copes came about in response to calls from consumers to be genuinely involved in evaluation of services and planning for improvements. Consumers wanted to be involved with services to identify which parts were working well and which parts needed some improvement. As well as being involved in Step 1, consumers are also involved in other steps, including working with staff to make real changes.
Over the last decade or 2, consumer, family and carer participation in mental health services has resulted in real changes for people in treatments, in the development of community mental health services, in the development of a recovery approach to services. It really has improved outcomes for consumers, and it's for that reason that we're committed to consumer participation in mental health. MH COPES empowers consumers to contribute to service improvement not only by providing feedback about the services they have received, but also by actively contributing to devising solutions to address those issues. Consumer empowerment is a key principle of recovery, and in that context, MH COPES is contributing to the establishment of recovery-oriented mental health services in New South Wales.
MH COPES has a range of benefits for both consumers and services. Consumers participate in the whole process, from completing a questionnaire through to working with services on deciding what improvements could be made. Because staff and consumers decide what improvements will be made, they then feel a sense of pride and ownership over their service improvements because they made them happen. Being involved in the evaluation of mental health services places consumers in a position of being people with unique knowledge who can make valuable contributions to the planning and development of better services. By focusing on some key areas that consumers would like to see improved, and then discussing improvements with consumers and staff, services are able to create changes that make for better services. While testing MH COPES in a research service, staff and consumers found that by working together on MH COPES, they realised they enjoyed collaborating and working together and wanted to do more things collectively. The outcomes from the questionnaire and the outcomes from action and change are reported back to New South Wales Health, services and consumers. This ensures that services, including New South Wales Health, are transparent and accountable.